Hi, friends. We are back with Friday. Well, today wasn't exactly my best day ever. For starters, I flunked my science test. So it probably would have been a good idea to have studied last night instead of spending 4 hours at bingo. I fell asleep in sixth period today, and this time I was out cold. Mr. Watson had to shake me to get me to wake up. As a punishment, I had to sit in the front of the room. That was just fine with me because at least up there I could sleep in peace. No. And someone scribbled all over the book. I just wish someone would have woke me up when sixth period ended because I didn't wake up until next period started. And now it's a different teacher. The class I woke up to was taught by Miss Lowry. Miss Lowry gave me detention, and on Monday I'm going to have to stay after school to serve it. Tonight, I was totally jittery from my sugar withdrawal, but I didn't have any money to go buy a soda or candy from the convenience store, so I did something I'm not really proud of. I went to Rally's and dug up the time capsule we buried in his front yard, but I only did it because I was desperate. I took the time capsule back to my house, opened it up, and got out my $3. Then I went down to the convenience store and bought myself a big soda, a pack of gummy bears, and a candy bar. I wish $3 could buy me that now. I guess I feel a little bad that the time capsule me and Rally put together didn't stay buried for 100 years, but on the other hand, it's kind of neat that one of us got to open it, because we had actually put some real good stuff in there. He's playing the video games. Monday. I didn't really know what to expect from the detention, but when I walked into the room, the first thing I had thought was, I don't belong in here with these future criminals. I took the only seat, the empty seat there was, which was right in front of this kid named Leon Rickett. Leon is not the brightest kid in our school. He was in detention because of what he did when a wasp landed on the window in homeroom. Looks like he tried to take his desk to kill it. I found out that all you do in detention is sit there and wait for it to be over. You're not allowed to read or do your homework or anything, which is a pretty dumb rule considering the most of us, the kids are in here, could really use the extra study time. Mr. Ray was the moderator, and he more or less kept an eye on us, but every time Mr. Ray looked away, Leon would flick my ear or give me a wet willy or something like that. Eventually, Leon got careless, and Mr. Ray caught Leon with his finger in my ear. Mr. Ray said if he caught Leon touching me again, he was going to be in big trouble. Yes, Mr. Ray. I knew Leon was just going to go back to bugging me as soon as he could, so I decided to put a stop to it. As soon as Mr. Ray's back was turned, I slapped my hands together to make it seem like Leon hit me. Ouch. Oh, no. Mr. Ray turned around and told Leon he was going to have to stay another half hour and that he had detention again tomorrow. On my way home, I was wondering if I made the smartest move back there at the school. I'm not exactly the fastest runner, and a half hour isn't that big of a head start. So now he's scared. Tuesday. Tonight, I realized all of my current problems can be traced back to when someone in my family started stealing the lunch snacks. So I decided to catch this foe once and for all. I knew Mom had gone to the grocery shopping over the weekend, so there was a fresh supply of snacks in the laundry room. That meant the snack thief was pretty much guaranteed to strike. After dinner, I went into the laundry room and turned off the light. Then I climbed into an empty basket and waited. About a half hour later, someone came in the room and turned on the light. So I hid under a towel, but it turns out it was just Mom. I stayed perfectly still while she got the clothes out of the dryer. Mom didn't notice me in there, and she dumped the clothes from the dryer right into the bin where I was hiding. Then she walked out of the room, and I waited some more. I was seriously ready to wait there all night, if that's what it took. But the clothes from the dryer were really warm, and I started to feel a little drowsy. And before I knew it, I was fast asleep. Ooh, warm clothes out of the dryer are nice. I don't know how many hours I slept, but what I do know is when I woke up, there was a sound of creakling cellophane. When I heard the sound of chewing, I turned on my flashlight and caught the thief red-handed. It was Dad. Man, I should have known. It was him from the start. When it comes to junk food, he's a total addict. I started to give Dad a piece of my mind, but he cut me off. He wasn't interested in talking about why he was stealing our lunch snacks. What he was interested in talking about was what the heck I was doing buried in a pile of Mom's underwear in the middle of the night. Right at that moment, we heard Mom coming down the stairs. I think me and Dad realized how bad the situation looked for both of us, so we each just grabbed them as many oatmeal creams as we could carry and made a run for it. Wednesday. I was still really steamed at Dad for stealing our lunch treats, and I was planning on confronting him tonight, but Dad was in bed by 6, so I didn't get my chance. Dad went to bed so early because he was depressed about something that happened when he got home from work. When Dad was getting the mail, our neighbors from up the street, the Snellas, walked down the hill with their new baby. Hey there, Frank. The baby's name is Seth, and I think he's about 2 months old. Every time the Snellas have a baby, 6 months later they throw a big half-birthday party and invite all the neighbors. The highlight of each Snella half-birthday party is when the adults line up and try to make the baby laugh. The grown-ups do all these wacky things and make a complete fool of themselves. I'm in every single Snella half-birthday party so far, and no baby has laughed once. Everyone knows the real reason the Snellas have these half-birthday parties is because their big dream is to win the 10,000 grand prize on America's Funniest Families. That's a TV show where they play home movies of people getting hit in the groin with golf balls and stuff like that. The Snellas are just hoping something really funny will happen at one of their parties so they can catch it on videotape. They've actually gotten some pretty good stuff over the years. During Sam Snella's half-birthday party, Mr. Bittner split his pants doing jumping jacks, and during Scott Snella's party, Mr. Odom was walking backwards and he fell into a baby pool. The Snellas turned in those videos, but they didn't win anything, so I guess they're just going to keep having babies until they do. Dad hates performing in front of people, so he'll do everything he can to avoid acting like a fool in front of the whole neighborhood. And so far, Dad has weaseled his way out of every single Snella half-birthday party. At dinner, Mom told Dad he has to go to the Seth Snella's half-birthday party in June, and I'm pretty sure Dad knows that this time his number is finally up. Alright, well, we will find out next time if he ends up going to the Snella's half-birthday party. See you guys then.